Hi guys, this is Dean here. Today we're going to look at the currencies tab on Koyfin. If you're interested, you can get 20% off Koyfin plans in the link in the description. Now let's look at the currencies, okay? The world currencies. Now, this is a very fascinating topic actually. Obviously, we could go deep into the current monetary global system, but let's not digress too much. We could imagine that you can trade currencies in so many different ways, and it's such a fascinating topic actually. It's basically, currencies are commodities. First of all, they're commodities used for transactions, and there are parts in the world that use any kind of things as currencies, like seashells or tobacco leaves. For a time in the US, in Virginia, I think tobacco leaf was a currency. So currencies are really, the value of a currency really depends entirely on what people put value on, just like stocks, just like anything. So this tab is really interesting, and a lot of people these days trade currencies, and I'm not talking about your internet crap, day trading, stuff like that. More like professional managers, fund managers, they would use some mechanical approaches, such as looking at imports, exports of a country, the balance of trade, the balance of payment, the interest rates of that region set by the central bank, the actual inflation, the business environment. They would plot in a lot of variables actually to come up with a trade, and they would find currency pairs that represent the best way the fundamental economic situation. So they not necessarily would trade major FX crosses, right? Like the Euro USD or USD JPY. They would find probably more like niche currencies and have some really exotic pairs that are really going to have volatility essentially. Now, in the Koyfin tab, what you have is, first of all, you have a section with the major FX crosses. So I've displayed it on the screen here with a 10-year horizon. So we have the USD JPY, Japanese yen, Euro USD, the British pound USD, Australian dollar USD, USD Canadian dollar, New Zealand dollar USD. So let's have a look at what happened here. Well, in the last 10 years, the USD outperformed the Japanese yen by 36%. The USD outperformed the Canadian dollar by 22%. And for the rest, the USD outperformed, or let's say the Euro outperformed the USD by 13%. The British pound, the Euro underperformed the USD by 13%. The British pound underperformed the US dollar by 18%. The New Zealand dollar underperformed the US dollar by 21%. And the Australian dollar underperformed the USD by 23%. So of all the major crosses, basically the USD has beat everybody else in the last 10 years. Now, probably if we take maybe a shorter term view, maybe a year, slightly different situation here. For example, the pound, the British pound has outperformed the US dollar by 7%, the Australian dollar by 5%, the Euro by 3%, the New Zealand dollar by 2%, Canadian USD flat, and JPY flat. So Yeah, the DXY all-time high, it's kind of shifting now. In the last year, it's not been the truth that the USD is the hegemony and it's all-time high, dollar versus everything else. Well, in the last year, not so much. Now, what else do we have? We have a euro versus other currencies. So let's have a look at that. So this is the euro versus other currencies found in the European area. We have the Norwegian kroner, the Polish zloty, the Hungarian forint, the Swiss franc, and the Swedish krona. And in the last 10 years, the euro has outperformed the Norwegian krona by 43%, the Hungarian forint by 29%, the Swedish krona by 25%, Polish zloty flat, and Swiss franc underperformed by 22%. And then you have a massive list of USD versus other currencies around the world. Now I'm just going to remove the Turkish lira because inflation is out of control over there, so it's looking completely out of control. It's plus 1,400%. So let's remove that. I'm also going to remove the Russian ruble because it's very volatile. And we're going to remove the Ukrainian hryvnia. Okay. So what do we have? So I removed those three because they're too volatile, and the reasons why are pretty obvious. Well, the Turkish lira is ergonomics, and Russia and Ukraine, the ongoing conflict. Now, what do we have? We have USD against the Brazilian real plus 128%, against the Colombian peso 107%. The South African rand plus 57%, the Mexican peso 44%, the Indian rupee 36%, the Malaysian ringgit 31%, the Indonesian rupiah 28%, the Philippine peso 26%, the South Korean won 25%, the Chinese yuan plus 14%, 15%, the Taiwan dollar 5%, the Thai baht 3%, the Singapore dollar 2%, and the Hong Kong dollar flat. So there you go. Let's look at the 1 year chart here. Okay, you can see that the dollar is weakening in the last year compared to the other currencies. Not so strong after all. And there is a talk at the moment. I've been following other channels of financial information, good financial information, and they're starting to discuss about 2025 will be the year of the EM, the emerging markets, and the currencies will have there'll be big volatility, and it's pretty bullish on the Asian continent for the year 2025. We've seen in the last weeks suddenly the Chinese indexes, there's the Shanghai Composite, the Hong Kong Hang Seng, going up 30% in under 1 week. So it's risk on in Asia. It's starting to happen right now, like they say in margin call, the ground is shifting below our feet, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of volatility in currencies, especially in emerging markets. Another thing I want to show you guys, if you look at the bottom here, you have a currency performance matrix. So this is essentially the same currencies on each side. There are the major FX crosses here. The diagonal one is blacked out because it's basically, if you look GBP is the same currency. However, you can see, for example, if I take the euro, you can see each performance against the corresponding other currency. And the USD, you can see all green. We can change that. 10 year, all red. So obviously USD is stronger here over the 10-year, over 1 year, weaker than everybody else. So pretty interesting. Actually, you should read it vertically or horizontally, sorry. Horizontally over 1 year, it has underperformed. It's in the orange. Over 10 years, it's all blue, which means outperformed all these currencies except the Swiss franc. There you go, guys. This is the currencies on Koyfin. Very interesting tab. I invite you to check it out, and I'll see you in the next video.